You know, whenever you're exposed to advertising in this country, you realize all over again that America's leading industry is still the manufacture, distribution, packaging, and marketing of bullshit. High-quality bullshit, world-class designer bullshit, to be sure. Hospital-tested, clinically proven bullshit, but bullshit nonetheless. And it always amuses me that so many people seem to think that bullshit only comes from certain sources. You know, advertising, politicians, salesmen. Not true. Bullshit is everywhere. Bullshit is rampant. Parents are full of shit. Teachers are full of shit. Clergymen are full of shit. Law enforcement people are full of shit. The entire country is completely full of shit. In fact, this country was founded by a group of slave owners who told us that all men are created equal. That is what's known as being stunningly full of shit. And you know, I think people show their ignorance when they say they want politicians to be honest. What are these people talking about? If honesty was suddenly introduced into politics, it would throw everything off. The whole system would collapse. And I think deep down the American people know that. The American people like their bullshit out front, where they can get a good, strong whiff of it. That's why they re-elected Clinton. Listen, Clinton might be full of shit, but he lets you know it. Dole tried to hide it. I'm an honest man. Bullshit. Bullshit. People don't believe that shit. Clinton said, "Hi, I'm full of shit, and how do you like that?" And the people said, "At least he's honest. At least he's honest about being full of shit." It's like the business world. All businessmen are completely full of shit. Just the worst kind of people you could ever want to run into. Businessmen. And the proof of it is, they don't even trust each other. They don't trust each other. When a businessman is negotiating a deal, the first thing he does is to automatically assume that the other guy is a complete lying prick who's trying to fuck him on the deal. So he has to do everything he can to fuck the other guy a little bit harder and a little bit faster. And then, when it comes to dealing with customers, that's when you get the big smile. That's when you get the big smile. Businessman always has that big smile on his face as he carefully positions himself directly behind the customer and unzips his pants and services the account. We specialize in customer service. You heard that? Now you know what it means. Whoever coined the phrase, "let the buyer beware," was probably bleeding from the asshole.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street. There's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe. Our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman, because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
I don't want to complicate your life with pretty speeches. I don't want to complicate your life.
no-growth capitalism, as some of our more naive ecologists have argued for, is a contradiction in terms. The reason you invest is to accumulate. And your accumulation of capital has no purpose or meaning unless you can mix it with labor to yet increase your wealth further. And of course you use large sums of it for personal consumption and for political power and for control of your culture and for that wonderful, good, happy life that you so like. As George Bush's wife said, we are millionaires, or we are not ashamed of it, we enjoy our wealth. And I thought, at last they say it. Finally they say it. Instead of the usual thing is, you know, how we rich suffer and we're misjudged and it's just terrible being rich. Can't hear, okay, I wondered who that man was creeping up like that. Okay. Can you hear me better now? Is it all right? It seems to be out of range, actually. This microphone has a mind of its own. All right. Now, that nature of expansion really affects the nature of, it's an important imperative because it means capitalism also can never stay home. It goes abroad. If you ever saw the film Controlling Interest, there's a corporate president who says, those corporations that stayed regional in New England years ago and decided not to go national, we can't even remember their names. They died. We had to go national. And those of us who are now national know we have to go international. We have to invest abroad. So one of the laws of capitalist motion and development is this inexorable expansion. And that means expansion into an expropriation of the third world. A process that's been going on for about 400 years, perpetrated by the Portuguese, the Spaniards, the Dutch, the Belgians, the French, the English, and most recently, most successfully, most impressively, by the Americans. That is by the ruling classes of these countries, not by the ordinary people. The ordinary people simply paid the costs of empire. The ordinary people simply sent their sons off to die on the plains of India or in the jungles of the Congo or in Latin America, wherever else. But that expropriation of the third world has been going on for 400 years, brings us to another revelation, namely that the third world is not poor. You don't go to poor countries to make money. There are very few poor countries in this world. Most countries are rich. The Philippines are rich. Brazil is rich. Mexico is rich. Chile is rich. Only the people are poor. But there's billions to be made there, to be carved out and to be taken. There's been billions for 400 years. The capitalist European and North American powers have carved out and taken the timber, the flax, the hemp, the cocoa, the rum, the tin, the copper, the iron, the rubber, the bauxite, the slaves, and the cheap labor. They have taken out of these countries. These countries are not underdeveloped, they're overexploited.
It was a joke, I didn't mean it. Gus is leaving last season. When I look into my hands, there's nothing there.
this is gonna be a bit of an unfiltered thing, because, none of this is scripted. I didn't write anything for this. I'm just gonna kind of freestyle. I'm currently here in, like, the piano room, as you can tell. It's got its annoying fucking buzzing in the background. It's the closest thing to privacy you can really get in this fucking place. But, I don't know. It is what it is. So, yeah, this album, it's a bit different from my past works, because I really tried to sort of expand my sound in the weirdest ways I possibly could. I just went for, like, textures over trying to create this cohesive concept and just do crazy shit, right? And it's not a good album, I know that, but, so, I want to congratulate anyone who had the fucking time and the decency to actually reach the end of the record. But I just kind of wanted to do something more expansive than I usually do. But, the album itself, it's probably going to be, if you're a stranger and you're listening to this record, I would like you to know that I go to this, it's kind of like a boarding school. It's a residential school called the Alabama School of Math and Science. It's a STEM school for high-performing students all across the state I live in. So, I've only spent 1 year here, and as time passes, it becomes more and more clear that I'm most likely not going to get invited back due to my grades. And I think I'm about to reference a lot of shit that you have no clue about, but I guess maybe you can take context clues and piece it together, or you could just skip this track. I mean, it is the final track, so it doesn't really matter, and it's all me just talking to a recording device. But anyways, due to the fact that this shit is coming to the end, this is where it's gonna get hard, and it's gonna be long spaces of me not talking. It's gonna be really annoying, but due to this shit, it's coming to an end, I would like to say, first off, fuck ASMS. Shitty ass school, does not give a fuck about students' mental health, does not give a fuck about the student perspective. They just set a standard and expect you to raise to it. And also, this faculty, kind of ass. They've covered up a lot of rapes and shit. So yeah, just not a good school. I also have a few ops here. Ops, goofy. But yeah, a few ops here. Fucking Warren, you should kill yourself. I mean that respectfully. No, I mean that disrespectfully. Fuck you. Eat a dick. But I think that's the only real one off the top of my head. I really don't give a fuck enough about other people to be mad at them. That's the type of person I am. But aside from Warren, Chris and Lindsay, I referenced you on my last album. After the Warren shit went down, there was a period where I didn't have any friends, and I was kind of a lonely fuck, wandering around. And I didn't have much hope that I would ever find my people, and that I would forever sort of be this loser outcast, because, that's what I was at my old school. And I was really depressed. And when it snowed that one time, and, we guys kind of got together and started talking again, I started to realize that I didn't have to be pretentious and hate the people here, and that I can enjoy the company of other people. And I really love you guys for it, I thank you, seriously. Because I think you saved my life. Without you guys, I don't think I would have been able to recover from the news that I'm not getting invited back. Because now at least I know coming here, I got something out of it, and I didn't just be a lazy fuck and throw my life away. Also, it gave me the confidence to say, fuck this school! Fuck it! It took me away from you, you bitch-ass fucking school! Fuck you, Hoyle! Suck my dick! But, anyways, fuck me. This one's gonna be the really hard part. Sawju. Because I'm probably gonna send this album to you. You ended up rejecting me. And that's fine. I already covered all the points why I'm okay with the rejection and stuff. And I want you to know, first of all, two things. I didn't just like you for any, and you probably already know this, but I didn't just like you just because you were, attractive. It was more than that to me. I, genuinely wanted to have a deep relationship with you, and that's okay. I understand your response, and that's fine. You don't feel any pressure from hearing this to come to me or any of that shit. It's not like that. I'm just saying I wasn't being shallow with it. Also, this isn't something I'm gonna talk to you about in person unless you bring it up. Because, this is more just an artistic expression type thing. But that aside, I also want to say, secondly on the Sawjuice topic, that I didn't just do the shit I did for you just so we could get together. I genuinely do care about you, and did care about you, and just wanted to be nice to you, because it felt good. And that's a treatment that I'll extend to most of my other friends. So, But you, in the end, I think it was a good thing that you rejected me, because it gave me the emotional experience to be able to help through Chris and Lindsay through their rough and bumpy patch. So inadvertently, by sort of distancing yourself from me, you ended up helping me save another relationship, and that's good. I thank you for that. I thank you for that experience. But Sawju aside, Ian, you my fucking homie. I wish we could have made an album together. God damn, that shit would have gone hard. But I hope you can, get what you want out of life. I think that would be fucking epic, dog. And I just hope you find something, we were talking about, trauma the other night. I hope you never have to experience that type of shit, dog. I'm glad that you've had a happy life and whatnot. And, thanks for another person I'm thankful for being there, You really cemented, that idea in me that I can be a normal person. Fuck me. Who else? EJ, you my dog. Makai, you my dog. Keep at it with the music shit. Keep learning Spanish. That shit goes hard. Keep doing that. There's more people. I had a name in my mind. I was scratching in the back of my head. Corbin, yeah, Corbin. So Corbin, I know you've been going through it, dog. Once again, you can get through this shit. You can go into that VTubing career that you want to go into. You can fucking do the shit you want to do. You just have to have some general faith in yourself and your own abilities, and don't ever let anyone tell you can't do that shit. Expression, creative expression is inherent to you, I believe. You just need some practice. And, yeah. You'll also find someone you love, and you won't have to attach yourself to all these identities. Shit will work out for you. I hope to God it will. But, yeah. Yeah. I think that's all the people I have to cover, and I seriously thank you guys all for being in my life and doing this for me. And it's not just because you helped me grow, it's because you're genuinely great people, and I love you all, and I care about you, and I want you guys to be successful, even though I'm probably just gonna end up working at Subway and doing this music shit on the side. So, yeah, I love you guys. And that's about it. Yeah. Thank you for your time.